Hello. Yeah. I'm gonna play some. Whoops. I'm gonna play some Alter Ego. Old 80s 80s life sim game. What's that? Okay. I apologize for the slight whirring of my computer. Because I don't have a proper microphone outside of the computer itself. So, yeah. But let's name our character Simon. My name's not Simon, but let's call him Simon. The sound's not working. Oh well. At least it's not on my end. I don't know if you guys are hearing anything. Oh, there it is. There it is. It doesn't make the sounds when switches to it. Okay. So we let the computer choose it. So I don't know what we're gonna get here. So let's start at the beginning of Simon's life. Welcome to birth and infancy. Every man is the architect of his own fortune. Sallust. Gaius Sallustius Crispus, 86 through 34 BC. Speech to Caesar on the state, section 1. Press space to continue. Okay. It's a little baby. Press space to continue. You are in a warm, dark, comfortable place. This has been your place since you became aware that you are alive. It's almost time to enter a different world now. Do we really want to enter this world? I mean, I personally have been in this world for a couple decades. A little over a couple decades. And I'd rather... No, I don't want to stay in there. Let's come out fighting. Wait, no. Let's go easy on our mom. Okay? Wait, no. Let's go out fighting. We're not gonna be nice. Ouch! Those forceps are denting your skull. Is this any way to treat a star? A bundle of joy? You haven't learned to talk yet, so all you can do is yell until you are red in the face, which everyone interprets as a sign of good health. Yes, this is a strange and confusing world you have been brought into, so save your strength for the events to come. Happy birthday and welcome to the world. From now on, life will begin to change rapidly. You will have to learn to accept responsibility, build up your resources, and manage yourself physically and emotionally. The events that transpire over the course of the next few days include: your rich Aunt Martha places a $500 bond in trust for you. You are the most beautiful baby in the maternity ward and everyone takes your picture. Your father buys you a baseball bat and glove for you to use in a year or so when you get older. Alright, so I've played this game before. If you haven't played this game before, it's kind of a life sim. I'm already 2 months old. It shows all your stats and stuff, like how your familiar relationships are, intellectual, physical, social. Wow, only 2 months old, and he's got a really good social life. He's not very calm. He's not very trustworthy. I mean, I wouldn't trust a 2-month-old. He's already got $671 from his aunt. He's 2 months old. So, and there's all these little vignettes where different things happen. So let's begin. A woman walks into a room holding a blanket and a bottle with a warm white liquid. We're not going to be a very good baby. So let's be angry and coo. How could these two choices possibly go together? I will let you go back and try a more sensible set of responses for now, but let me warn you, choosing responses without thinking about them first might be interpreted as a sign of poor judgment. People who have poor judgment usually wind up having very difficult lives. Please try again. Okay, Mom. Let's be angry and cry. The woman is your mother. Oh, dang. She interprets the crying as a sign that you need attention. She picks you up and holds you next to her where it is nice and warm. She feeds you. Some would say that you have begun to show a pattern of manipulating people who are close to you, but at your age a child cannot be spoiled. Unfortunately, your mother doesn't know this and begins to feel as if there might be something wrong with either herself or you. Okay, let's be nice to Mom for once, okay? Stop crying. Now that you are fed, you stop complaining. Your mother attributes your crankiness to hunger. You have salvaged her self-esteem and will be well taken care of. Good. So Mom had a good day. You don't have very many skills yet. As a matter of fact, life is pretty boring. I'm pretty good socially so far. I'm sorry, I don't know if I smacked the keys too hard, because this is a laptop. So I'm going to stop doing that. So what was that again? Life's pretty boring. Let's be quiet and look around. You look around and see a large blur about 11 inches away from your eye. Every once in a while it moves. Hey, wait a minute. Just as you had that thought, it moved again. Let's keep looking at it. Congratulations! You've found your hand. This may not seem like much of a big discovery, but it is. You'll have to learn how to control your hands as part of childhood development. When you are an adolescent, those hands are going to get you into quite a bit of trouble, because that requires a different kind of hand control. Boy. Lying on your stomach in the crib, you notice an interesting object an arm's distance away. It has a round shape at the top and a ring on the bottom. Let's be determined and grasp for the object. Be determined and cry. How could you put these joints again? Okay. Let's be determined and grasp for the object. You have the fighting spirit of your Uncle Bill. You sneak and crawl on your belly like a combat soldier heading into battle. You reach your destination, grab the rattle confidently, and drool on it in victory. Intellectual sphere shows a marked increase. Let's keep drooling on it. Yes, saliva is something that infants seem to have a never-ending supply of. Manufacturing it will come in handy when someone you don't like picks you up and starts spinning you around over his or her face. Keep practicing. Okay. Next. You are lying on the floor in a big room on a soft furry blanket. You are on your back staring at shadows that sometimes creep across the ceiling. Every so often, Mom or Dad passes by and makes a funny face. Your hands grope in all directions and your feet pat the floor gently, almost out of your control. Let's be sad and roll to your side. I guess you're not feeling very cheerful. Unfortunately, your physical development is not yet to the point where you can roll over and give people a cold shoulder. You stare at the ceiling until you fall asleep. That sounds like my life now. And I'm not. How old am I now on this game? I'm way older than 6 months old. I'm like 42 times 6 months old. You are lying down in your crib and are greeted by a nosy neighbor who has a child just about your age. The neighbor says, "My, look at that funny little nose." She turns to your mother and adds, "Don't worry, dear. I hear that noses are the last thing to look truly human." She picks you up. Oh, dang. Let's collect a mouthful of drools, get our revenge. A nice puddle of saliva has formed in the inside of your mouth. Open your mouth and drool on the neighbor. Yes! Splash! A gooey stream showers your neighbor's face and hands, while you give her a glassy-eyed smile. She places you back in the crib and excuses herself. Revenge is sweet, even at this age. You are lying down in the crib while your mom and dad are speaking in the other room. You hear their voices deep and muffled from beyond the door. Why aren't they paying attention to you? Let's make noises. Positive, happy noises are sure to bring rewards in the form of attention from parents. You make a variety of noises using your mouth, lips, and saliva. You make them over and over and over again. La 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 ga. Suddenly, your mom comes in. Let's keep making noises. This brings Mom closer to you. She smiles at you and this makes you feel very excited. You pound your hands up and down on the crib mattress and move your feet like a person riding a bicycle. You begin to notice that your sounds and movement create responses from others. Let's make sounds at Mom. Let's do it. Ba 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 ba. Just keep doing it. And da ma. Your mom hears this combination and gets excited. This causes you to say it over and over. Your mom is reinforcing this combination of sounds with attention, and you are reinforcing her attention with the sounds, keeping her close to you. This marks the beginning of the era called the Cold War. No, that was Metal Gear Solid 3. No. This marks the beginning of language development and is a very significant moment in your life. Intellectual, emotional, and social spheres increase. Wonderful. You have just awakened from a nice long nap. Your mom comes in the room and wants to hold you. Let's be sleepy and smile. It's a dog's life, isn't it? Nothing to do all day except eat, sleep, and wonder what life will be like when you're older. Does life really change after 2? Mom is coming closer. Attend to her. Very good. Eye contact with the caretakers is very reinforcing to them. Parents often mistakenly think that it is the children who need all the attention. Believe me, parents want it too. Your eye contact with her makes her smile. Social and emotional spheres are increasing. Let's smile back. Let's be sweet to our mom. We gave her enough trouble on our birthday. Smiling makes your mom feel especially loving towards you. She brings your face close to her face. Your faces touch. Oh, this is adorable. Let's move our mouth. You just gave your first kiss! Oh, boy! This may not seem like a very big deal to you, but it is very important to your mother. The bad part is that now you will have to repeat this act until your entire family becomes aware of your new talent. You can avoid kissing over-affectionate relatives by dribbling on them at just the right moment. Wonderful. It's time to go to Aunt Lucy's house. It's chilly outside, and you need to be dressed in a coverall-type suit. Now let's be playful and go limp. This is one of your favorite games. Mommy knows how uncomfortable the suit is and tries to distract you by making faces and singing the Go Bye Bye song. I wish I knew the Go Bye Bye song. Parents are always singing because they know that music will often soothe the savage child. This makes you laugh, which in turn causes greater difficulty for your mom. Oh no. Becomes a vicious cycle until Grandma intervenes. When Grandma tries to help you, you get into your suit. We listen to Grandma in this house. What excellent judgment. You have succeeded in having some fun, albeit at someone else's expense, in a somewhat uncomfortable situation. Using humor to deal with uncomfortable situations is a very healthy response. You gain socially, emotionally, and intellectually. Simon's having a good day. You are quietly playing with your father's brand new electronic calculator. Look, the back of it lifts off very easily. Let's be nice with Dad's stuff. Dad's cool. Your self-control is quite remarkable. Look at all those little plugs and circuits. They pop out very easily. Want to go back and try again? No, we're good, kid. Such a good boy. You'll have plenty of time to fiddle around with things as you get older. Boy, how old are we now? We're a year old. You're exploring the playpen and are feeling very lively, like a prize fighter. You grab hold of the playpen bars and shake back and forth, flexing your knees. Let's be determined. Take some steps. You are showing early signs of confidence, mixed with just the right amount of risk-taking. Even the most confident of sorts meets with an occasional flop, which is literally what you do. You pick yourself up for a second try and have limited success. 2 small steps for baby, 1 giant leap for baby kind. Let's do this one. You are sitting in your high chair, eating your lunch, which consists of crackers, strained peas, and a mug of milk. You are just learning how to eat with utensils. Let's be curious. Let's try to use that spoon. Or, no, let's be Snake Plissken. We're baby Snake Plissken now. You will probably do much traveling when you get older. This isn't bad, provided that you are not traveling to avoid responsibility. You slip out of the chair, but hit the floor much harder than you expected. Oh, dang. Snake Plissken. Nothing, not even a sore bottom, can stop you now. You're headed for daylight. You go for the blocks with the speed of a charging buffalo. You encounter a large leg. Is it Mom? Dodge! Snake Plissken. You fake left and move right. Your mom is caught temporarily off guard, and once again you are unobstructed. Your confidence increases even though you are eventually caught and dragged back to the high chair. Alright, let's drink some milk. Lifting the milk with both hands, you attempt to find your mouth. It's right under your nose. Well, not directly under your nose. You make the connection. The milk fills your tiny mouth very quickly and spills down around your chin. You try to put the cup down on the tray, but it tips dangerously. The cup rocks back and forth, but remains upright. Your mother is saved from having to wipe up a spill. Mom and Dad are entertaining some friends, and you are minding your own business, sitting quietly in a corner of the room. Suddenly, a man with a big nose and a shiny head puts his face right up to yours and says something in a loud voice. Let's be terrified and hit this man in the nose. BAM! You give him a right to the schnoz, which feels rough and oily, and you're terrified, and he thinks you are playing with him. Fortunately, your dad spots him and ushers him back to bother people closer to his own age. This must be Uncle Bill. While being taken to the park, your dad meets an old college buddy who is wheeling a baby about your age. As the two dads talk, you casually begin to eye the baby in the other carriage. Just be curious. I've never seen another baby before. Put your finger next to the other baby's face. A baby! You wonder if it has all the same parts as you. Let's touch the baby's face. Let's do that. You poke the other baby right in the eye. He starts to cry. What a baby. Your father is slightly embarrassed. The other dad is worried that his little baby is not macho enough to take a little poke. Let's pat the other baby to calm him down. That doesn't work. Jeez, this kid is a crybaby. You are learning that sometimes, no matter how nice you are to some people, they just don't appreciate it. Your dad moves you away from the other baby and gives you a cookie to keep you occupied. At least he appreciates your empathy. How many vignettes do we have left in this baby cycle? Oh, we got plenty. We got plenty left. Up until this point in life, Weasley Wabbit, your stuffed toy, has been one of your best friends. You take him everywhere with you, but he is beginning to get on in the ears. One of his ears is torn off, and a recent eye injury has made his face look a little lopsided. It is suggested that Weasley should be retired. You wake up one day to discover Weasley has been moved from the place where you last spotted him. Let's be suspicious. Seek information. Let's be Sherlock Holmes now. You confront Mom with the fact that Weasley was not in the spot where he was last deposited. She claims to not have seen him either. You are not satisfied. Sherlock Holmes. Wisely, you persist. This time, she tells you that Weasley left because he wanted to be with friends who are more like him. She tells you that next week you will have a brand new visitor. A brand new friend who will be just as nice as Weasley. You are... Let's be satisfied. It is unfortunate that little children are so naive. Simon's a bit naive, ain't he? You'll get a new doll, but it is clear that your mother has made a terrible mistake. Weasley has just been assigned to a spot on the bottom of a pile of trash at the city dump. Life is tough, and this is only the beginning. Oh, poor Weasley Wabbit. You are alone in the kitchen, and begin exploring the closets and refrigerator. I'm not sure if this is the first chance you have to die in this game. But I don't want to die yet. I don't want to die yet. So let's be curious. Let's be curious but cautious. Move toward the refrigerator. No, the pantry. You have a grand time examining and smelling many of the items in the kitchen. You are young, but have obviously learned that many things can hurt you if you put them in your mouth, especially scorpions. You should know that some of the other choices could have led to your early death as a result of accidental poisoning. Or, if you put a knife in your mouth and try to eat it, that'll cause some problems. Your judgment is superb and will help you later in life. Let's go to this Brainiac dude. You're touching something smooth and shiny. You pat it with your hand a few times. Is it the bald man's head? Let's be confused and keep touching. It is flat and a little cool. Wait a minute. There's a baby in there. Who is that baby? Oh, that's right. You are looking at yourself in a mirror. Isn't that a beautiful baby? You really are quite stunning. You are developing a positive self-image. How old is Simon then? Simon's a year and 7 months. It is announced to you during a heart-to-heart talk that it is time for you to give up the bottle and drink from a glass like a big boy. But I'm not even 2 years old yet. Disappointed but willing to try. Let's get the bottle up. Mom understands how difficult it is to let go of an old friend and appreciates your effort. Yeah, Weasley Wabbit. She has a box for you. Let's open it. Oh boy! A plastic super duck drinking cup with bendable straw. Look at this. It even has your name on it. Mom tells you Super Duck wrote it there himself. Mom is laying a bit thick on him. You are a guest at your friend Billy's house. His mom gives you both a box of crayons and 2 pieces of paper. Let's be artistic. Let's draw in general. You draw large circles and swirls of the black crayon on the paper. Oops, you drew on the expensive tablecloth. Let's be good boys. So, your honesty is commendable. Billy's mom realizes she wasn't thinking clearly when she let you draw on the top of the tablecloth. Will you be dishonest when you get yourself into real trouble? Let's go with yes. Simon's gonna be honest. We'll see. That's right, we'll see. You are sitting in a large place and a furry man walks up to you. He's walking around you in circles. Let's be curious. Let's point at the furry man. Now, let's try to talk to the furry man. You yell out to the furry man and he walks over to you. He makes a noise that sounds like this. Roof. Then he sits on your leg. Let's grab the furry man by the head. You grab his head between your 2 hands. Hey! Now that man is licking you all over the face. Mommy says he's kissing you. Let's lick him. Let's lick the furry man. His nose is cold and the hairs tickle your face. He tastes very salty and has bad breath. I wonder if he's a dog. You are in a large department store waiting in line and there is an extremely well-endowed woman standing in front of you. She smiles. Looks like she may be an interesting person to talk to. Let's be inquisitive. Let's ask her some questions. Let's be like Macaulay Culkin's character in Uncle Buck. Let's do that. Which question would you like to ask her? Do you have a husband? Do you have a doggy? Mommy said you have a thick skull, do you? I tried very hard to pinch a penny like Aunt Edna, but couldn't. Can you? Let's ask about the doggy. The doggies are important. She tells you, no doggy, only a cat. You inform her that Daddy said that's what they cook in the restaurant on the corner. Perhaps you were interested in asking something else. Which question would you like to ask her? Mommy said Daddy has a thick skull. Do you? Let's do that one. The lady giggles and Mom puts her hand over your mouth and says, shh, whack. Perhaps you're interested in asking something else. Which question would you ask her? Let's do the pinch a penny one. You don't get past the word aunt before you're scooped up by your mother and dragged off to a new line. You are alone in your parents' bathroom. There's a shiny silver quarter on the table. Let's be dishonest and leave it alone. Just inappropriate response. No. Let's leave it alone. Already got $600. I'm only like 2 years old. This might have been a tough decision for you. At your age, and even sometimes in adulthood, honesty is often less than clear-cut. You might have figured that you had nothing to gain by stealing the quarter. You are right about that. You've gained in the trustworthiness category. I mean, how much money do we have? We got $671. We don't need a quarter. Daddy says it's time to go to bed. This is gonna be tired, and I want to stay up a little longer. Dad explains how tired you are and what a busy day will be tomorrow. Same old line. He offers to carry you. When you get to the bedroom, I'm going to tell you a story. Let's hear Daddy's story. Dad tells you a scary story about the toad monster who sneaks into little boys' bedrooms and bites their toes. He waits till you fall asleep and then nibbles your foot. You really weren't asleep. You fool him by jumping up and making a growling noise. You both laugh. He kisses you good night and says, "I love you." Aw, that's adorable. It's Saturday morning and Dad asks you to help with some chores. The Super Duck cartoon hour has just begun. But let's be nice to Dad. Let's have some sweet moments with Dad. Let's go outside and help him. What a good boy. Dad makes you feel very important. You use your own special plastic tools to help him. As a reward, Dad takes out a big ball. You throw out your hands, the ball hits your body, and you squeeze it between your chin and your chest. You caught it. Oh boy. You're in the sandbox playing with your favorite toy. A larger, stronger child pulls it away from you and screams, "Mine!" Let's get an adult. Let's do that. You begin to get up and run for an adult, but the bully grabs you and pulls you down. He bites you hard on the leg. Let's kick him. Let's fight back. You knock the wind out of him and run away. Your mother gets your toy back for you. Yeah, Mom's always on the call of duty. Time to feed the fish. You pinch a small amount of fish food between your fingers and tap on the glass. There's no sign of Gabriella. Oh no. Gabriella. Confused. Let's call for Mom. Gabby floats to the surface from under a big gray rock. Her eye seems very puffy and her body stiff. You're relieved to see she hasn't jumped out of the bowl. Let's ask Mom about Gabby. Mom stutters through the answers to your questions. She's uncomfortable and sad. Mom explains that Gabby can't swim no more. And Mom says she's dead. That she's gone away. How can that be? She's right there. What is dead, you wonder? You're confused. Mom says that Gabby has to be taken out of the bowl. Let's flush her down the toilet. Give her I'm sorry if you hear some background noise and my dad howling with a dog. I'm sorry. I'll try to get him an actual microphone. I'm sorry. Even though Mom has a sad face, you giggle at the thought of Gabby swimming in the bowl. You wonder if she will tickle you the next time you go to the bathroom. That's creepy. It isn't a real laugh, but you don't know what else to do. You are in the back seat of the car during a very long ride. It's a corral tour. Tired. Let's ask questions. That's fine questions. Are we almost there? When do we eat? Oh, that's what I would ask. Mom says, in a little while. Let's go to sleep. You fall into a deep sleep and get carried out of the car by Dad. Your mouth feels dry and you are very groggy. You were smart not to make a pain in the neck out of yourself. You're eating at the house of one of your parents' friends. You were told by your mother to be on your best behavior. Something that you ate has disagreed with you. Now you feel very sick. I guess we have no choice but to be queasy. Let's call Mom. Mom walks over to you and asks what is wrong. She brings you into the bathroom and takes your temperature. You don't have a fever. She gives you a glass of warm milk. You feel a little better, but it wasn't the milk that did it. It was Mom. Aww, that's so sweet. You're still not completely familiar with using the toilet. It is still quite fascinating to you. You've just finished, and you've cleaned yourself like a big boy. Let's be playful. Oh, we can't put the end of the toilet paper in the toilet and flush it. Yeah, let's be content. Mom was just very sweet to us. So let's leave the bedroom. You resisted a strong temptation. You deserve a cookie. There's some on the table over there. Would you like to take one? Yeah, let's leave him alone. Boy, you're a hard one to fool. You seem to be growing up to be a real goody two-shoes. We'll see how good you are remaining this way when someone offers you your first drink of alcohol when you're still underage. But how old am I now? I'm only two. Today is Dad's birthday, and you would like to make him breakfast. Happy birthday, Dad. Let's be practical. ask Mom for help. Mom won't let you do exactly what you want, so no creme brulee for Dad's breakfast. But helps you make Dad a nice breakfast. This makes him feel terrific. You're welcome, Dad. The phone rings while Daddy is ironing a shirt. He must leave you alone in the room with the iron. Let's not help Dad iron the shirt. We don't need to die. Let's be cautious. Play quietly. Dad realizes you are alone with the hot iron and calls you into him. You run into the room and trip over the iron cord. The iron wobbles but remains upright. You avoid getting hurt. Good. Dad must get his teeth fixed, and you must go with him to the dentist. Mom is busy at work, and Dad couldn't find his sitter. You sit in the waiting room for a very, very long time. Dad must run out and put money in the parking meter. Dad sits you on the floor, gives you a magazine, some highlights to leaf through, and tells you to behave. Let's be patient and be a good boy. Your ability to keep yourself amused is a sign of early maturity. This will help you intellectually and creatively. Let's visit with the nurse. The nurse sees you and gives you a big kiss. She points to a big box full of toys and asks you to pick one out for yourself. Let's take one. Let's be honest. It's very polite of you, considering she really wasn't looking and you could have stuffed another one in your pocket. You're becoming a very trustworthy little boy. You have just passed through infancy. Brief look at your life up to this time shows the following. Your family life has been positive and nurturant, and as a result, you have begun to form the critical bonds that are important during this phase of life. Physically, you've been a healthy baby. Socially, during this phase in life, nothing much is really expected of you. After all, you're still much too young to throw a successful cocktail party, and frankly, anyone who still dribbles on himself probably wouldn't make the ideal dinner guest. However, by now, there are some things you should have mastered. Your progress in this area shows. You have been the type of child who charms the lollipops off people. You have been the type of child who is huggable and gets his cheeks pinched by old ladies with bright red lipstick. Now, regarding your emotional and personality development, what a trustworthy lad you are turning out to be. You will probably join the Boy Scouts of America in the next module. On the one hand, your trustworthiness is a desired trait. On the other, I am curious why you don't explore your environment a bit more, get into things a bit, because we might die, man. For instance, haven't you ever wondered what that zipper on the side of your mother's pillow's for? Well, then unzip it, you dummy. Your thoughtfulness characteristic really doesn't count for much in this module. Most children often find themselves at the mercy of their whims and impulses, and you are allowed to be cranky now. People will tolerate it much better than when you are a teenager. When you're whining and carrying on will seem much more objectionable. One thing about your character that has a tendency to put people off is your aggressiveness. You are the type of baby who likes to pull on loose pieces of clothing, hair, and any bulbous, fleshy object that comes within your reach. Oh boy. You are going to have to learn the meaning of make nice. That wraps up your status for the first module. Hope you like yourself. If not, you can always try to improve yourself in the next modules to come. There's plenty of time. Okay, so I'm gonna end this video here. I'll make a little series out of this, because why not? I have nothing else to do. So that's that. My cat just sneezed. So in the next part, I will play the childhood module as our boy Simon. All right.